climate experts are warning of the potential for devastating fires in Israel as a result of global warming causing an increase in extreme temperatures. Of late, Israel has been seeing a rise in wildfires with high temperatures and strong easterly winds potentially serving as a dangerous combination. Our correspondent Jodie Cohen getting you more in this special report.
Climatologists in Israel have rung a warning bell, with the country seeing an increase in trends of extreme drought. They say that the dryness so far in November, combined with strong winds, has caused a wave of fires, and it is feared that further wildfires could follow. The climate experts say that conditions are similar to those in 2010 and 2016, which resulted in devastating wildfires that caused over 40 deaths and left many more homeless. Despite the fact of a forecast now showing that some rain is expected next week, there is not much to cheer, because the Earth is often unable to cope with torrential downfalls, and that could well happen. In contrast to this dry November, last November was the wettest on record and led to extensive flooding in many coastal cities. While November is known to be a transition month in terms of weather, the swing from one extreme to the other is being seen as a warning sign of climate change. Hundreds of families were evacuated over the weekend as Israel experienced a series of wildfires. Danielle Nagla and her partner had decided to get away to the tranquil Gita in the Galil in northern Israel. She described it as the stuff of imagination as they embarked on their dream vacation.
It was a hot and windy November day, perfect for hiking in, we thought. Then suddenly we noticed a big plume of smoke covering up the sun, travelling towards us quickly. And a minute or two later, we saw the flames, we felt the ash fall on us, and we ran as fast as we could with what we were holding. When we came back a couple of hours later, the whole place was burnt out. There was no trace of any of the things we'd left behind. We hear a lot about climate change, but it's only when something like this happens to you that you really realise how important it is to do something about it.
Experts say that climate change causes forest fires and forest fires destroy trees. Yet trees are seen as crucial to absorbing carbon in the atmosphere, which is needed to limit climate change. It's a cycle that can become vicious when the natural balance is upset. The good news is that Israel is one of the few countries in the world that has more trees today than it did a century ago, and only 3% of the trees in Israel are threatened with extinction, compared with 30% across the globe. When forests are damaged by wildfires or even missiles or arson, rehabilitation work is prioritized. And Israeli experts share their expertise with other countries through organizations such as the International Arid Land Consortium, which Israel helped to set up. I'm at what's called the Little Forest of the Sharon, and you can see the proximity of the forest to houses, potentially putting people's homes and at times even lives at risk. Now, one major announcement to come out of the recent COP26 conference was the commitment to reverse deforestation by 2030. So more forests like this will be crucial to reaching that target. While Prime Minister Bennett outlined his vision at COP26 for Israel to become what he called the climate innovation nation, with wildfires predicted to become more frequent, he will no doubt be hoping for solutions to be found sooner rather than later. This is Jodie Cohen for WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.